Depression.
Are you feeling uncomfortable about this?
No. I feel fine. Let's do it. Depression. No, I shouldn't laugh. Depression.
You are so uncomfortable. This is perfect. This is exactly why I'm doing this with you, because you are so uncomfortable.
Good.
Your responses and the reason and you doing all this sort of stuff is exactly the reason why we're doing this, because you can't grapple with it.
So
You can't. It's amazing.
Alright, I'm grappling.
It's no, you're not.
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're struggling, but it's good. That's why
Fine.
that's why I'm interviewing you,
Good.
because
That's why I'm doing it.
Everything.
I'm gonna pass out.
my depression.
Yeah.
So, I think I've been diagnosed. You're okay, mate. It's gonna
Yeah,
be
I'm fine.
alright. I think I've been diagnosed with having depression for about 3 years now.
Yeah.
First time I felt like I probably wasn't in control of what I was feeling and how I was feeling, and it was pretty tough for me. What was the scariest part for you? What was the hardest bit?
No, wouldn't say it was scary. It was a shock.
Yeah.
Like, probably the one that comes to mind for me. And again, I think I'd like to think that over 3 years I have got a lot better with it.
Yeah.
But I didn't get it.
Yeah.
When you first
Yeah, that was tough.
were explaining it to me, and
That's alright, mate. You okay?
sorry.
Got some my water? I've got one between two if you. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
That's alright.
I'm not supposed to be the one crying.
You made me cry.
No, probably the hardest day. Not hard for me. I'm not trying to say like it's hard for me. Like I'm fine. But
Yep.
was that day that you went home early from work.
Yep.
And again,
I
I
remember
sort of went, oh yeah, okay. Like he's going through some stuff, but I just didn't. I was like, okay, so you're sad. Yeah, that sucks. But yeah, I didn't really.
Happens.
I just had no idea what it actually is like. So I just messaged you like, hope you're okay, sort of thing,
Yeah.
and yeah,
I think you came round to my house and I was on my bed,
yeah,
if I remember.
yeah, you're on your bed, and you, you said that you couldn't get off your bed.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I remember.
And I remember I sat down on the floor and I just couldn't get it because I was trying to say like, oh, let's go and get a beer, or
Yeah, I remember.
let's go and do this, and I just couldn't understand that you were trying to explain it to me that you just didn't, you didn't want to do anything, and you couldn't even get off the bed, like you literally physically couldn't get off the bed, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was hard to. It was just probably just the first time that I went like, okay,
This isn't just a.
no, this isn't like, oh, you're feeling a bit sad.
Yeah.
This is a crippling
Yeah.
condition.
But I think the important thing is here for everyone is that. Although we're both quite clearly emotional about this, you're so grateful that I did
Oh yeah.
call you.
Yeah, there was only one other time where where you weren't writing back to my texts.
Yep.
And that was way worse.
Yeah.
Like that was bad.
Yeah. As somebody who is part of somebody else's life who is depressed, the pain of letting them know, and the two stories then are an incredible example, because the pain of letting them know what you're going through and all of the emotion stuff that comes with it is minuscule compared to the pain of not knowing.
Yes.
And potentially not communicating and something bad happening. I mean, I don't really know what would have happened that day if I didn't message you.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I did.
I tried to a couple.
Tried to get me out of bed.
I actually remember a distinct. I didn't get it. I was like, what do you mean, mate? Like, it's a fucking bed. Like, what is going on here? And then I said to you, I remember this so clearly. I'm so dark on myself. I said, mate. I said, mate, I remember one day at school I had the biggest pimple, and I absolutely said, I was so bloody sad about it. And then you just didn't. And I was like, so I get it. Like, what? I was so sad about that. And then as this guy, I kept talking, and I was like, I'm way off here.
And I think that for people that are listening to this or watching this, the idea of you won't be able to get in their heads.
No, yeah.
And and I mean, you can probably say that firsthand. The stuff that we would communicate about, if you asked me why I'm feeling shit or why things are going poorly, if I tried to explain it, it's not going to translate.
No. And I hope I'd like to think that I've got better at that now.
Yeah,
like,
definitely. We've got a great system.
I'd let you know, like.
Yeah, you're like, I'm here
right
if you need me, but it's not. You don't have to explain to me what's going on. And I think that that's important again, and I mean, I'm asking you from your point of view here, but for people that are living with other people with depression, or if you're worried about a friend of yours that isn't in the best form or feeling great or whatever it is, as their support, as their friend, as their family member, you don't have to dive to the bottom of it with them.
No.
You can just ask how they're going, experience it, be there for them, and help put them on the right path.
Yeah, but then I'm also glad as well that you've sought help.
Yeah,
because
pretty proactive in that.
Yeah, and like as much as I'm there for you, like
you don't know what to do. You can't do it, and which is like, tough for somebody who spends most of their life making me laugh.
Yeah.
If I'm in a position where I can't be...
And I think my gear's shit and I'm going like, what's going on here? Like, this is usually hot, like...
And we're in a unique position as well, like, I mean, doing a fucking radio show. If I'm feeling depressed, and yeah, that does happen, I can't imagine how tough that must be for you.
No, it's only the only hard thing for me. I'm fine, but I can see you struggling.
Yeah.
And it's just a look in your eye.
Yeah.
That's a it's just a you're trying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I'm so appreciative that you're trying.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah. Maybe your jokes are just shit, mate.
Couldn't be that. It just couldn't be. If I do a gag in the morning, I'm like, shit, he's pretty depressed this morning. I've just done some A-grade material on The turd I took last night and he hasn't.
Right. I think from all of this, what we can take is, I think this is the point of doing this is you're an example of somebody who's lived with someone and does live with someone who has got depression, and it's that's part of me. That's who I am now. So that's just
it's fine. It's not like
it's just a part of who I am. But the fact is that, as you can see, there's a lot of emotion and a lot of love that goes both ways. But I would say that in a weird way, if anything, speaking to my best friend about it has been a much more liberating thing and a much more enjoyable thing, weirdly, for both of us, and the transparency and the friendship and the love we have than if I hadn't have done that. So thanks, mate.